So first I am prepping Gordon's skin and giving him some glow with MAC Strobe Cream in Gold Light. Next I'm going to blend the Heeeere eyeshadow primer all over his lids up to the brow bone and also all over the lower lash line as well, so that all your eyeshadow is going to sit and blend perfectly. Now I'm taking this big fluffy brush from NYX all into the crease with this lovely warm tan colour from Makeup Geek. I am buffing all of those edges out once I've got hardly anything left on the brush. Then with a slightly smaller fluffy crease brush, I'm taking a warm brown from that Mani palette from Makeup Geek as well. I'm just taking this all into the inner and outer corners, a little bit more concentrated than I was with that tan colour. I'll have to keep swapping which side I'm showing it on because my giant basketballer hands keep getting in the way. On an even smaller blending brush, I'm taking a teeny bit of black in the very inner and outer corners, really low down and really in that tiny outer V, and just blending that out. This bit's really going to give you that dramatic spotlight eye that we're trying to achieve, where it's really dark in the outer corners, really light in the middle, and a little bit edgy. Again, just to make sure that it's super blown out and blended, I'm going over with another bigger fluffy brush just to blend those edges. In the waterline, I am putting a dark brown pencil from Heeeere and I'm rubbing that a little bit onto the lash line too. On quite a bigger fluffy brush, I am taking that warm tan colour all under the lash line and blending it down quite far. It's just going to make your edges look really blown out. If you go too far down, you can always wipe it up. On a short buffing brush, I'm going in with a tiny bit of black, mainly in the inner and outer corners of the lower eye, just to give a bit more definition and to accentuate that spotlight look. With a flat shadow brush from Zoeva, I am patting on a tiny bit of the Heeeere glitter glue. This is just going to make the pigment stick and shine and look amazing. And with my finger, I am patting on that copper pigment from Heeeere. This is so shiny! By using your finger, you can just make sure it's really concentrated on the middle of the lid. And take a teeny bit on the centre of the under eye too. Next, you want to take a wipe and just clean up any fall down from those eyeshadows. I'm just evening out Gordon's skin with a little bit of MAC Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof. Such a long ass name. And I'm just setting under his eyes and through the centre of his face with a bit of Kryolan Dermacolor powder. This is the sheer loose waterproof one. Now I've set everything, I want to put a bit of glow back into the skin, so I'm using an Iconic strobing stick. I like to make sure that it's really melted into the skin by patting it in with my finger. To add even more shine, because why not, I'm taking the Iconic shimmer palette. I'm using the light peachy shade to highlight all the high points of his face, and then I'm going to use the bronzy golden shade for a subtle glowy contour. And of course, highlight that brow bone. So brow time! I am going to do a more in-depth video on this very soon, but you basically wet the soap a little bit, scrub the spoolie onto it, and keep brushing through your brows and pushing up those brow hairs. It's basically like brow gel on crack. Your brows are not going to move, and it just makes them look really thick and fluffy. Now I just want to define the brows a little bit, so I'm going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow powder in medium brown. It's quite an ash brown, so it's going to go with Gordon's new grey hair. But I still want them to look quite natural and fluffy, so as you can see, I'm just filling in those edges a tiny little bit just to polish them off. Now that all the skin is on, I'm going to go back in under and around the eye with a big fluffy brush with a little bit of that tan colour on, just to make sure everything is really blown out. Then of course we whack on the mascara on the top and bottom lashes and apply some lovely falsies. Because I haven't put liner on the top of the eye, I'm just pressing in a little bit of black shadow to blend that lash line. And for the lips, I'm using a little bit of Cis lipstick from MAC. Soften those lips into this glowy look. I'm just taking a little bit of the highlighter I used and dusting it over. This was a little trick of Gord's here, taking his brown brow gel into his beard just to finish it off. And that is the finished look. I hope that you've enjoyed it. The link will be below for you to go and watch Gordon glam me. Let's hope I can keep my face still for 5 seconds. Thank you, bye.